Here we go, up into the mountains. It is Valentine's Day. I'm just chewing a bit of bread. Now, there's some guy right up my asshole there. He has been for quite some time, not in a sexual way or a romantic way or anything like that, just being an absolute prick. And stealing from my Serenity. I have a nice clean bag of Serenity now today, a nice bit of calm. I finished my morning classes and then went to a coffee shop where I treated myself to a calorific meal of chicken a la king with an extra fried egg on top, although the combination of egg with sunny side up combined with the sauce that they had, which was a kind of a cheese sauce, didn't do it justice. Afterwards I pondered life, love and all things to do with romance, I guess, and I says to myself, and the conclusion is I think I might just have a nice big slice of cheesecake. If I'm going to effectively love anyone, I may as well love myself, and today, just for this moment, I'm going to have a nice big slice of cheesecake. So that's what I did.
Continue for 14 kilometers.
So here we are in the triangular shaped abode, and little Connor is up here, and what is he doing? He's getting high on reels. Are you using reels, Connor?
No.
You promise?
I did watch things.
Why is it not a...
No internet.
What will happen to you if you watch reels?
I got no internet.
What happens to you when you watch reels?
Just stop it or I would just block your 25,000 pesos waterproof camera.
You remember how much my camera costs?
Yes, I already remember 25,000.
I'm only telling you because I'm afraid that your brain is going to turn into a marshmallow.
Daddy, can I just borrow on that?
Remember, I'm vlogging.
Daddy,
What?
You can take a video underwater with that.
Oh, I don't know, Connor. I'm very scared to take a video underwater.
With that?
Ah, it's raining!
That camera is waterproof.
I know, but
It can never break underwater.
I know, but I'm a little bit afraid, even though you say it's waterproof, I'm still a little... Right, I'm out in Murcia on the bicycle, and I passed by this church celebration. Might be a Christmas. Hello.
Hello. Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
I hope it's not a funeral. Oh, it is. It is a funeral. It's not a funeral. Whoopsie daisy. That was a bit odd. Life is different out here in the sticks. So clearly everyone's still happy as Larry. Where life turns on the back of a peso. Even more so down in Hindumadan. And when you die, your entire community comes to your funeral, right? Anyway, moseying on. Right, I pulled here on the side of the road, pulled in here to take a look at these cows. Yo, yo, yo! While I was cycling a moment ago, I just remembered a conversation I had with somebody about, do you know the monks that self-flagellate? They be dressed up in the monk attire, a little bit like the Franciscans used to do when I was in college. And they used to walk around with, I suppose it was like a specially designed whip. maybe a whip with religious connotations to it, designed by other people involved in self-flagellation, who knows, a special whip for monks. Anyway, I asked my ChatGPT about this, and it said, in certain corners of history, particularly in medieval Europe, there existed men and occasionally women, though men tended to be more enthusiastic about public suffering, who practiced self-flagellation. The word itself sounds like something that should require a permit. These monks would strike their own backs with cords, whips or knotted ropes, often drawn blood. The practice was most visible among groups like the flagellants of the 13th and 14th century. Hold on, we get up on the bike. Who marched through plague-ridden towns, whipping themselves in rhythmic penitence, as if the Black Death might glance down from the sky and think, ah well, that seems fair. The theological reasoning was not entirely lunatic. Christianity, particularly its medieval intensity, emphasized imitation of Christ. Christ suffered. Christ suffered. Well, I'm not suffering anymore, hold in. I didn't ask it to give me too much on this now. Christ suffered, therefore to suffer voluntarily was to participate in redemption. Pain purified, pain atoned, pain reminded the flesh that it was not in charge. One hears echoes of St. Augustine, who distrusted. There's that fella, St. Augustine there. My finger's in the way of the lens. Is it? What's going on? My finger's in the way of the lens. Anyway, one hears of also Thomas Aquinas, who allowed that disciplining the body could assist the soul in pursuing virtue. It was not merely masochism in a cave, it was metaphysics with a whip. There is also the psychological element. Pain inflicted and controlled creates clarity. It narrows the field of attention. You who run your 3 miles and speak of disciplining desire knows a cousin of this phenomenon. All right, that's it. I asked you for 500 and I'm not sure if it gave me that. Why did self-flagellation come into my mind as I was cycling down this road? I was thinking about my meetings. I said to someone this morning how I felt good because I was on the way to an NA meeting, and then I didn't go to the NA meeting. Instead, I rang up Kay, whom I had told just a short while ago that I couldn't go for lunch with them on account of the NA meeting, and really I just felt a little bit overwhelmed. Maybe I had exhausted my co-parenting muscles and I needed a break, but then at the last minute I had a whiff of guilt and I did a U-turn, and as it turned out, the place where I suggested we go for lunch weren't serving food, so I pressed the pause. I'm getting honked at here. I am the expat on the lonely road to nowhere. Would you say that I'm suffering when I cycle? The sound's probably shit. I'm gonna let it go and take up this rant later. Okie dokie. I just dropped into my gym there, smashed the face off a couple of weights. I'm like Hulk Hogan now, walking about the place. Past my local SM hypermarket. You're talking about nearly a 4 p.m. We're nearly touching 4 p.m. We're flirting with the 4 here, ladies and gentlemen, and it's a great day to be alive. This is where I choose to reside. My YouTube channel is called Negros Rambler. I haven't uploaded a video in a bit. I've been tricking around with AI, to be honest, and making short little videos. And what's this now? So, hi. When hello, how are you? Here. Share it, okay? Share it. 1, 2, 3, share. Okay, bye. Oh, look at that, man. How did that happen? I have managed to pop up on a little square in the middle of my Insta. I've never seen that before. I'm able to do that trick on my phone, but I've never seen it on this camera. Well, there you go. All is well in love and war. I was talking earlier on about technology, how I feel like a chicken in a farmyard as a result of, see the way they say on average a person picks up, reaches for his phone 85 times a day, on average 85 times a day. So 85 times a day you pick up your phone, you tap in your PIN number, and then well, you look at WhatsApp, and then nobody said anything to you in WhatsApp, so you look at Facebook, and then maybe one person said go fuck yourself on Facebook, and then you look at the newspapers. Oh, look what's happening, fucking everybody hates everything, no surprises. Then you head on over to YouTube. Oh yeah, I get a decent dopamine kick in YouTube, and open it up, and there's some doom and gloom around Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's on its arse. This is what my algorithm serves me up. Bitcoin doom porn, followed up by let's see, lately I've found quite a few lads walking around the streets of the UK at 3 AM watching drunkards box the head off each other, and policemen searching bystanders aggressively. I think they've stepped up their stop and search powers in the UK, and people are getting pulled over all they have to do is say we have reason to suspect. Well, I think it was always like that. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing on my YouTube. We do that 85 times a day. In you go into your phone, and then you go, oh for fuck's sake, I just lost half an hour. You put your phone away, and then for me, what I had been doing is add an extra layer to that. On top of what everybody else is doing, I'm also going into a 24-hour Zoom meeting, and I justify it on the basis that couldn't be possible that, you know, spending too much time in an AA meeting could be bad for your health. I'll just go in and listen for a little while, you know, and then one person shares for 4 minutes, then another person shares for 4 minutes, then another person shares for 4 minutes. Doesn't matter, maybe one person is optimistic, the next person isn't, and at the top of every hour they do a whole heap of readings that sounds like the Hail Mary over and over again. Hail Mary, full of grace, our Father who art in heaven, who is an addict, why are we here, and God forbid you forget about the traditions. So we read them out over and over again. And I had reached a brick wall, a rock bottom of sorts. A couple of weeks ago, I suddenly realized my attention to focus is just ruined. And it's not so much that I'm worrying about anything, but I can't read a book or even a full newspaper article without reaching for something, whether it's the Zoom or it's the phone. So I'm trying to be more mindful around technology, and partly why I set up this Negros Rambler channel was because that's it. I want to get out and about. If YouTubing or vlogging, as they call it, is of any benefit, then maybe I'll give that a whirl. And